and welcome back to another Telequarium from the Alaska Sea Life Center. As you can see, I'm not actually in the Alaska Sea Life Center. I am in my home practicing some physical distancing. My name is Laura, and I'm part of the education department here. And welcome back for another story time. Today, we're going to be reading Following Papa's Song, and then we're going to learn a little bit about migration and what that is. So, let's get started. At dawn, Little Blue nuzzled alongside Papa and asked, "Is it time?" "Listen for the other whales," said Papa. "When you hear their call, we'll know it's time to go." Little Blue listened to the peaceful quiet that whispered through the morning sea. "Papa," asked Little Blue, "are we going to go very far?" "Yes, Little Blue, we will travel farther than we've ever gone before." "But Papa, how will we know which way to go?" "We'll follow the song of the whales, Little Blue, just like our family has been doing for years upon years." Papa moved off with a sweep of his tail, and Little Blue wiggled to follow. "Papa," said Little Blue, "how do you swim so fast?" "When you are big, Little Blue, your tail will carry you quickly too." "When I'm big, Papa, will I still follow your song?" "Yes, Little Blue. If you listen closely, you will always hear my song." Little Blue heard a sound from far off and said, "I hear the other whales, Papa. I hear them." "Yes, Little Blue. Now it's time for us to begin our journey." Papa's voice echoed across the sea, through the liquid light, and deep into the mysterious black. Little Blue followed Papa's song and asked, "What's there, Papa? Where we can't see?" "Ahead is our summer feeding ground, Little Blue, and below is a magical world," said Papa, "but far below is very dark." As they traveled, Little Blue dreamed of what lay below and saw a flash in the darkness. With a whoosh of his tail, Little Blue followed the flickering light and dove down into the cool water. There he goes. Everything was magical, just like Papa said, and Little Blue went deeper. Far below, it was cold and dark and silent. "Papa, where are you?" cried Little Blue. "Where are you?" But Little Blue's voice was small and lost in the darkness. Then Little Blue remembered what Papa said and listened. "Little Blue, Little Blue." Little Blue followed the path of Papa's song and rose up from the sea. Together they soared into the light and sang Papa's song across the evening sea. There they go to their summer feeding grounds. Alright, so as we just learned in our book, Little Blue was heading to their summer feeding grounds and looking for food, following Papa through the ocean and finding and seeing all kinds of cool adventures and things like that. So what is migration, which is what Little Blue and his Papa were doing in the book? Migration might sound really big and it's like scary, and well, what does that mean? It's just the seasonal movement of animals, usually in response to temperature changes. So we're warming up this summer, and so Little Blue and his Papa could come up and come feed in the waters of Alaska and food. So their food is available here that's not necessarily available other places, or more importantly, where they're coming has really good and an abundance of food. So when I think of migration, again, I'm not from Alaska, I grew up somewhere else. I always thought about animals with wings, so birds and bats and butterflies. Wings make all the difference when it comes to long distance migration. It's a lot easier to cover a lot of ground. You're up and above everyday predators, and again, you're not going up and down with the terrain. You're just flying all above it. But like we just learned in our book, you don't have to have wings in order to migrate. We have a large amount of caribou and whales and even humans have been known to migrate. Some of the people that spend their summers in Alaska spend their winters somewhere else because it does get very cold here, and so it helps them go somewhere else and find things a little more enjoyable for the time being. So in our book, we learned about the humpback whale. They spend their winters in much, much warmer waters in Hawaii or Southern California. And then they spend their their summers up with us, which is, we have a huge boom of food for them in the summer, and they're able to come up and eat a lot of stuff. Now, these whales are whales that we find right in our backyard. This is a picture of Resurrection Bay, and we have whales that show up. And like I said, they come up here in the summer, so we're starting to get those wildlife reports where they're seeing whales in the bay, and we are very excited. There is no lack of excitement when it comes to whales, even if it is not your first time. It is really exciting to be able to see those whales for the first time every season, knowing that summer's on our way and we are out of the super dark winters. So just want to wrap this up a little bit by talking about what you can do to help whales. So remembering that all drains lead to the ocean. It is very important to do our part no matter where we live all across the world, whether that be that you reduce your single-use plastics and have a reusable water bottle or a coffee mug, using reusable bags. And we know that right now is a hard time for this. There are grocery stores that are not allowing this, but just keeping it mindful that once we get through this kind of difficult time, to go back to those canvas bags, reusable coffee cups, reusable water bottles, and things like that. If you cannot do these reusable things, because we are seeing a big reduction of stores and stuff taking these reusable things during the COVID-19 pandemic, recycling is really important, or reusing. We'll probably do some arts and crafts here on this channel and help you try to reuse some of those things that you might be a little guilty about throwing away after a single use. And during this time where we're not necessarily going out and doing a whole lot in big groups, going on walks and picking up trash that you feel comfortable picking up and helping to make sure that those don't end up in a stream that would eventually end up in the ocean. So thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us today. It was super awesome to see all of you. Remember, we do this every day at 2 p.m. Alaska time, and we are really excited to see you on the next one. So thanks. Bye.